I've been researching the paranormal, high strangeness, 14 stuff, going to haunted locations, even picking up the phone when people have had paranormal activity in their house that needs resolving, trying to find answers. And the answers that I have, after years and years of research, is more questions. It can't be resolved. So I've stopped asking questions, and now I'm trying to ask, what does it mean from a philosophical viewpoint? And what we know is it relates something to do with human consciousness. It interacts, it observes us, we observe it, and it changes. Our consciousness can manipulate how it shows itself to us, and it seems to manipulate our consciousness in return. Now, what's interesting is quanta is in multiple forms until human consciousness observes it. And when that occurs, we get quantum collapse. And then that becomes the observable reality that we see around us. Now, what's interesting then is to recognize that crossover and go, this reality only exists because of our observation. Our consciousness creates that quantum collapse. And what would happen if we observed it in a different way? And I think the paranormal shows you that reality doesn't exist. And most people go, it must have been something else. It must have been this. I must have been seeing things. But if you acknowledge it and say, yeah, that is impossible, but I definitely saw it, that's an acknowledgement that this reality, this observable reality that we see doesn't exactly exist in the way that it does. And therefore, it allows that little part of your consciousness to give that knowledge of that unacceptance of this perfect reality that most people see. And that allows that, whether it's even a subconscious part of your consciousness, to accept and allow in this dissolve of reality. And you start getting more high strangeness, more strange little glitches in the matrix, more poltergeist activity, UFOs. It opens the door. And the more you observe it and the more that you go, what was that? That doesn't exist in our reality, but I definitely believed it occurred. And the more you will then get. So that's why I'm not scared, because it's not that is someone, in my opinion, dead or anything else. It's just the unobservable consciousness relating to quanta being manipulated with reality and creating a new reality, and that then becomes a playground. But then that makes you go on further to ask the question, what does this then mean? Why are we here? But I'm not going to go into that now. That's a whole different lecture. It's what I'm writing my book on, as a couple of you have asked. But I just thought I'd share that thought with you, because it's an amazing world. We're really lucky to be here, and we need to start just caring for one another, because we also know that our consciousness links to each other as well, doesn't it? And that's a beautiful thing. So we need to stop caring about some of these more earthly reality things that aren't that important compared to just learning from being here how to be a better person for everyone around us.